Lux Anguis here. Today's topic will be about the serpent force, or more so about the actual force of sexual energy and its huge importance in one's own occult and spiritual and magical development. Just to think about, you know, we are created by the sexual forces of a man and of the woman, of the feminine and the masculine, of the yin, of the yang. We are created by a load of activated negative and positive energies. Thus, it creates life and power and consciousness. So, it's the same with practical magic. You create a active, loaded, and activated force of a positive and or negative charge to create certain results, and some of these charges you are more prone to or you are more at home to produce and to create. And sexual energies are literally the building block of your own being, and not only of your own being, they are literally a building block of nature around us, of the matrix, physical matrix around us, of the universe, of the cosmos. Like everything out there has a gender, so to say, a feminine and our masculine aspect, and both work together in a great big scheme of life, and it has a higher reason because of that. We live in a kind of paradoxical and kind of dualistic, not kind of like it's a dualistic world, a dynamic world where both forces exchange each other, they work together. It's not a fight that is happening between the forces of light and darkness. They work in actuality together. It just seems like a fight sometimes because consciousness on a huge scale has been deeply in an imbalance. Sometimes when so many people are unconscious and are not coming in their holistic way of soul, spirit, and body, most people are stuck in a body and spirit and or mentality, or just the body, and they're totally missing other aspects of themselves, so they become rather unconscious, just consumer golems for society without a soul, maybe even spirit sometimes. And hence why the forces of darkness and or light seems to fight each other, or seems to collide between each other, because there isn't a balance as of right now. And there, I think, in our right now circumstance, hardly will be any balance, because this dynamic between the forces of negative and positive must still exist, so people in between can wake up. you know Unfortunately, it's like that. But the more people are waking up to their soul's calling, to their self-evolution, self-empowerment, the less these tumultuous wars and or conflicts needs to happen. It's just a natural result. It's nothing evil, or it's nothing good about it. It's just a natural result of it. And the sexual energies are basically a building block. The more you have sexual energies, the more you have the serpent force, the more you can create, the more you can expand, the more you can embody your fullest potential, evolution, self-empowerment, self-development. Hence why in today's society there is so many things that tries to perverse our sexual energies, which has also their own reasons. Because of this unconsciousness, people needs to be challenged. People needs to be seduced. People need to be rather be taught through pain sometimes. And it's also just a stage of evolution, and hence why so many people are missing a huge part of education in regards to one's own sexuality, and not only that, but its intrinsic powerful energies and how you can use it, and why you shouldn't be reckless with it. You can just look upon it just logical, in a sense, just one drop, and from both sides, man and woman can create, of course it's most applied to a man, because the woman is mostly like the vessel who gets the energies in and creates a baby. But just imagine that this energy creates consciousness in of itself. Doesn't matter if man or woman, this energy that we both possess can create consciousness, a soul, a spirit, a body of flesh that can think independently, that can be programmed, that can be helped, that can be guided, taught, and can fulfill its potential, etc. It's a powerful thing. It's a very powerful and mighty thing that we have as our birthright. We have as our beings. We have these sexual energies in our beings, and hence I think why it is being so degraded and perverted. That you are either underestimating it or overestimating it, in a sense. Like I do think we are too much underestimating it, because it's just fluids, it's just sperm, it's just what the body produces. It comes, it goes, and it's done. Of course you can look at that if um if you wanted to, but the results of this substance is actually very huge. And just a logical conclusion of it, if you retain this substance of both sides, if you retain this substance within you and learn to cultivate it, to activate it and cultivate it, to store it, to harness it, to direct it into hobbies, into self-development, self-evolution, you have literally like won 50% of the game. I'm just saying 50%. Some people believe only through that you get like every problem will be solved. No, which is not right. Not every problem can be completely um resolved by just you retaining it and cultivating it. There must be much more deeper work than that. You must initiate yourself. You must understand the system, the solar system, the internal system where we are living, and where we can interact and open ourselves up for it. And it's like a huge spiritual technology and pathway in spirituality that is out there, and not only out there, it is also within you, and it is fueled by your sexual energies. It is fueled by your creative energies, and hence why also you see in this today's society that either movies, there's always like this bad, evil, negative guy, and there's always this positive, good guy, and both sides fight each other, and the darkness cannot work ever with the light, and light cannot work ever with the darkness, and both hate each other, both are separate from each other, etc., etc. And if the one side wins, then if the dark side wins, then the light side and everything good gets destroyed. It's ending, and when light side thinks everything will be good and all bad comes to an end. No, it's It's a huge kindergarten actually. Nothing of these sides are good or bad. They're just a natural force to reckon with, to work with, that allows existence, that allows dynamic evolution. They are neither good, they are neither bad, they just are, and they are needed for us on both ends. Of course, some individuals polarize more to the darks, to the light, but that doesn't mean that you are like now an arch enemy of the other side and of such, not necessarily. And hence why you start, because of this programming, to disassociate yourself with your own creative sexual force, because sexual energy is actually more so feminine in nature. It's a creative force, it's a nurturing force, and the spirit is most like the masculine principle, who uses the sexual force and directs it and gives it an image and gives it a properties, gives it some results. Hence you are disassociating yourself with your own power, which is your sexual energy. You are undermining the feminine aspect of your own self, of the nature around you. You know, the feminine side, feminine energy, sexual energy is very, very needed as a man, as a masculine man, as if you want to create something, as if you want to evolve yourself. Hence why it's also being programmed into you to see it as your enemy, or see it something, this darkness, see it something evil and something unhelpful. It's just symbolic programming. More not. It's just symbolic programming. So you are kind of fighting with your own self. You're kind of destroying your own self. You're kind of in odds with your own self, with your own shadow also. It's just a huge game of divide and conquer. And they are not even lifting a finger. You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself, kind of. By buying into it, by believing it, by thinking it is like that. And hence why you need to start at the root of your being, which is your sexual energy. You need to heal your sexual energy. You need to heal your feminine aspect and the masculine aspect of yourself. Your sexual energies are like the foundation, how you are handling it, how you are integrating it, how you are directing it. Do you have some hang-ups? Do you have some addictions in these regards? This is very important to reflect that about yourself. And now I see before my fast car. It is a good sign. It's a good sign that something what I'm telling will get some people very much so fast ahead. It's like an omen, I read in that kind of way. And of course, number 144 is also a very good number. It's very much in alignment to abundance. 144. 144 is hugely with abundance and having finances together and wealth and such. So it's a very powerful knowledge that I'm right now giving you. Use it well. Stop this fighting against your own femininity, your own sexuality, your own sexual energies. Heal it, integrate, accept, don't be ashamed of it. I'm not saying you need to become a monk and never do anything in that direction, never ever again. I'm just saying there are much, much more healthier alternatives to that you should start to implement instead of wasting it needlessly away. Learn sex magic, learn tantra, learn the microcosmic orbit, learn to utilize its energies consciously. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Because if you're wasting it, you lose your will, you lose your creativity, you lose on so many things out, especially if you just waste it. You can, of course, use your substances in these regards in sex magic to pregnate a goal into reality. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So it's just some ideas I want to give you and inspire you to think about these things more deeply, to give you some alternatives, to stop um, doing these bad habits that are just cutting your potential short, your lifespan short, your powers short. It doesn't need to be in that way that you're doing it all the damn time. And you know you feel caught out right now. If it is the case, why you feel that way. You know, you can do it better. You can heal it. You can work on it. So please do that. It's very important to do that. When you don't learn to ride the dragon, to raise the serpent, to direct your sexual energies aright, and if you are on your own, you don't have any friends, you don't have any partner or partners at your side, like it's your own thing how you live your love life. It's better, especially in this circumstance, if you are yearning for that, if you want to have this in your life, you want to have a partner in your life, a more friends in your life, you want to have more such things in your life, and you're lacking it. It's not a result of people abandoning you. It's just you abandoning yourself. Because you are abandoning your power. You are abandoning your magnetism. You are abandoning your sexual energies, your foundation to build anything. You are empty right now. You don't have a cultivated essence yet. It's not money that misses. It's not people that are missing. It's not support that is missing. It's just internal energy. It's just internal richness, internal community that is missing. Nothing else. It's just an inner work, an inner establishment that is missing right now. It's just an inner richness of energy, of essence, of cultivation, of knowledge, of wisdom, of things that you could share and give that is missing right now. And of course, some wounds need to be healed at the same time. But I'm telling you, everything is just a distraction. You need to go inside of you and start to seriously cultivate your energies and learn to give up your bad habits in these regards and relearn better ones for yourself. I'm telling you, you will be glad you did. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter when you were started it. It doesn't matter how old you are and you did this, you did that, your past is this, your past is that, your present is this, your present is, your future is this, your future is that. No, what matters, what really matters is just you become conscious of it and you do it again and again and again, and slowly you see results. Slowly you start to trust yourself. Slowly you can do it. You can be successful. You regain inner strength, inner love, self-acceptance, self-healing, and you start to making more and more progress. You start to build momentum up. You start to build your authentic power up. That is what matters. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what happened this, what happened that. What matters is you accepting, you working on you, fulfilling your inner you. How much you are able to. Doesn't matter what people think, doesn't matter what you are thinking right now of yourself. It's just important you come out of it. Because if you're stuck in it, there is no to little possibility you will ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. Otherwise, if you're giving up, if you stop it, you will never know if life had anything more in store for you. So, the moment you stop working on that is the moment you will never know and you will never get a chance. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter where, doesn't matter how, but I'm just saying. Yeah, you see, I'm very passionate about it and I want to see you win. Whoever you are, I want to see you win. I want to see you succeed. And I know, we know, you can do it. Other than that, Naga bless, and we shall see and hear us surely again.